Hi everyone, Mantic Mystic Messages here with a weekly reading for you for August 4th to the 10th, 2025. And this is for all signs, so all Zodiac signs. I'll pull cards specific to money, career, love, angel numbers, animal cards, crystal cards, all this great stuff. We're starting out with the Moonology Manifestation card, and this says assess the situation. I will also pull cards specific to each Zodiac sign. Check out the timestamp below. And since they're quick messages, there's one timestamp for the start of those. Assess the situation. What are we assessing? I feel it's important this week to stay clear and focused no matter what is going on around us. Step up and lead. Now you have two cards of earth sign energy. Some of you are getting clear on something, getting organized, creating more structure in your life. For some of you, it's a complete do-over, like a whole new start for something. Wow. We have two cards out. Flew out. We have embraced the flow of life, Gemini energy, and attuned to the divine, Pisces energy. So you have both of these cards wanting to come out together. And I just saw 1111 on the timer, and it's interesting because if you look at like the Pisces sign and the Gemini sign, they can almost make their own little 1111. So something may be coming in this week for you in divine timing. And as this card says, attune to the divine. Maybe because you're attuning to the divine, you're making it so. You are making something come in. Let's see what else we have. Let's use the Midnight City Tarot by MidnightCity.com. Or MidnightCityTarot.com, I should say. Let's see what we have. For the collective. Please only take what resonates. These are general readings, right? It's Two of Swords. Yeah, you may be at a crossroads. Fork in the road, possibly. This could be indecision or having to make some sort of difficult choice. And it's interesting because it's falling right underneath this. Assess the situation. Now, there is this message I'm getting right now intuitively is that it's, hardly anything is ever going to be perfect, right? When we're trying to make a decision, like there's going to be some things that aren't 100% aligned, whatever way we go, usually. Not always, but usually. So there's something here about not getting too caught up. Maybe it's time to go with your heart on something. So, and if you're doubting yourself, well, the answer is clear for me right now. I'm getting you can, end of story. Period. Like you can do this. End of story. That's what they're getting. I'm getting. Step up and lead. What do you have? Maybe, okay, you have 9 of Swords. Maybe you're feeling pressured. Maybe you're wondering if you can, in fact, lead. Maybe you're wondering if, well, what does it say on this clock? It says 333, I think. Yeah, oh, wow. All right. So you might be getting intuitive messages at 3 o'clock in the morning even, or just being kept up, wondering what's next? Like where do we go from here? Where do we go next? Or maybe there's even some sort of just feeling stuck, feeling trapped in a pattern, in a holding pattern of some kind with the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. That can be just like your thoughts going over and over. But then you have, when you embrace the flow of life, you cannot be stopped. This is the Queen of Wands, and nothing stops the Queen of Wands. This is fiery energy. This is passion. This is living with, that like ease of being, because it's confidence. This is being creative. This is someone who is really self-assured. They go get it. They don't necessarily always have a very detailed plan. It's not all ironed out, to the letter. But what they do have is they have the passion and they have the energy. They go for it. They go from the heart. 6 of Cups. And this could be a little bit, I'm getting 2 things. I do get nostalgia, which I get off this card generally, but I'm also getting you're receiving a gift of some kind. And that can also be part of the 6 of Cups message in general. But I feel you could be getting a small gift coming in this week. And I think, it could even be like you find a feather and it's a message and it kind of marks, good news on the way or something, like spirit trying to get your attention. But there is something here about, Yeah, like being rewarded for seeds you've planted. All right. That is a theme for this week, I feel, in the energy about planting your seeds and watching them grow. Oh, this fell on top of the other cards, and it's the Three of Cups, and there's celebration. You may be consolidating some things in some way, but I do feel with going from a 2 to a 3, maybe you are, consolidating, or maybe even reining your energy back in from certain situations, people, places, things that aren't fulfilling in some way. And that is in order to really focus your attention in well, it could be up to 3 different areas, but like more matched to what it is you want to ultimately have or be. You also, oh my goodness, you have the Star card, and that's what's falling under step up and lead. So you go from this nightmare 9 of Swords to the Star card. This is your time to shine. It's rebuilding. You've been getting the Star card for a while in these readings. Yeah, this is getting a new perspective is really important. Getting yourself out of the loopy pattern, out of feeling as though, you're stuck, things aren't going to improve. Somehow by getting yourself out of that, you connect to this energy where it's like, I almost feel magician vibes from this. This is definitely a new start, full card, but the full card's not here yet, but I do feel it. But this is really good. This is resourcefulness. This is you being able to get that clarity, because one message I was getting before the reading is get clear, stay focused. And I feel the Star, you're focusing on that ultimate wish, that dream come true. And it's maintaining hope, right? It can also be a card of healing. Maybe some of you have freed yourself from a pattern. King of Coins fell out on top of the cards here, which I don't know if you could see that, but King of Coins here. This is I like seeing the Queen of Wands and the King of Coins together because I feel they balance each other out. And balance is going to be key this week as you embrace the flow of life. The King of Coins, or sorry, it says King of Coins, right? But then it has a P on it. So I was like, wait, is that a page? But no, it's a king. This is a solid leader. This is someone who's abundant. This is a wise investor. This is prosperity, right? This is someone who maybe is generous too. So someone may be even sharing some expertise with you. I don't always get that, but with the Queen of Wands and the King of Coins, I get that they could be even sharing expertise or some other kind of valuable resource, something that's valuable to you. I'm just hearing now intuitively, as I'm very clairaudient, I was hearing offshore commerce. So that, take it or leave it, but that's what I'm hearing intuitively. All right. Oh my goodness. And then you have the Sun. You have the Star and the Sun in this reading. How incredible is that? By the way, happy Leo season. Happy birthday to Leos. And do remember, we have a powerful a powerful full moon on August 8th. And of course, that is also the 8/8 portal. So make sure you take advantage of that beautiful energy. But the Sun card, it reminds me of the star. I mean, the Sun is a star, right? But this is the, very joyous outcome of some kind. This is celebration. That's your second card of celebration because you also have the Three of Cups. But then this is falling under the Six of Cups, which can sometimes mean, receiving your flowers, stepping up and receiving some sort of gift. Again, it could be from the universe. It could be also a little gift of relaxation too. And really an opportunity to shine. You have a major opportunity to shine this week. I don't know what you're up to, but this is a week to shine for sure. Because when you have the Star card and the Sun, like, you are getting noticed for the amazing person you are. Your talents are on display in some way. That's what I get from that. Even that Six of Cups, the way the flowers are so vibrantly, beautifully displayed. And then the Queen of Wands are actually fireworks in this image. And so I get that, some people, I kind of get this, like, you're finally being appreciated in some way after maybe a period where you're not feeling it. So that's great. Renewed vitality and healing can be coming into for some. Let's see what else we have for you. Okay, you have the Queen of Coins now. So you have the King of Coins, the Queen of Coins, and they have this nice little shop here, and they're open for business. And for some of you, maybe you're opening up to a new business opportunity. But I feel as though for some of you, you really are in a decision making. Whoa, in a decision making time. Now that was really unexpected. So I'm hoping that's not like indicative of something coming in this week, but all the ones that are facing down, I'm just going to put them back on the deck, okay, and work with what we have. That was pretty unexpected. So we have the Queen of Cups, the King of Wands. Wow, you have so many court cards. You also now have the Page of Wands. You have Justice and the Chariot. So we've got Cancerian energy. I didn't mention, but this is Aquarius energy, the star card. And then you have the Sun card, which would be Leo energy. And you have Libra energy here with Justice, Cancerian energy with Chariot. And then, of course, you have basically every sign because you have all the suits here on the table. But wow, okay. So there's something here about convenience, too. If something's going to really be convenient. Or not. So that could be coming into play this week. Again, something could be rather inconvenient, like how the cards spilled all over. Nothing happens by accident in these readings. So I feel something could come in and the timing might feel off to you. It could just be unexpected. So it's not necessarily bad. It depends on if you want that or not. But, whatever it is that comes in. But then you have this King of Wands. So you have the Queen of Wands, kind of, again, like opening up shop, but they may be still in decision-making mode here. With the King of Wands, though, that kind of ends. That's when they step up. You step up and you lead, and you step more into that star energy. So it could be like maybe the week starts out a little different than the way it ends. Like maybe by the week starts out like a weird vibe, and then it gets a little better and things move along as the week goes on. You have the Queen of Cups and you have the Page of Wands. I do feel you have a message coming from the heart, a message of inspiration, a message too that could even come from your own heart as far as how to make something happen, how to really welcome something positive into your life too. And then you have Justice in the Chariot. So I saw the Chariot first. So you have Chariot card here. And this is, the green light. You're getting the green light here. Yeah, this is like a big yes from the universe. On top of the Sun card, seriously. And you follow this up with Justice. So this is, I was saying earlier, get clear, stay focused. The Chariot card is that too. It's a good card of self-control, success, moving forward, being very disciplined. So, and then with the Justice card, well, this is great. This is more clarity. It's cause and effect. It can be consequences for some. There could be a big truth revelation. And because this was revealed, you then can move forward easier with something maybe that was challenging before. It was hard to decide. Okay, you have this. What is the High Priestess? Yeah, follow your intuition this week. So you have a lot of court cards, and now you have a lot of major arcana, and they're good. They're good ones. Not that they're bad cards, but these are, if you're gonna have some major arcana cards, I love Justice, the Chariot, the Sun, the Star, and the High Priestess. This is like the best of everything, really. That all we need now is like an emperor, but really with the Sun, you can really bring anything in. Oh, you know what else with the Sun and Justice, I do feel that is in also the High Priestess. This is heightened awareness this week. It could be tied into the full moon, and it can be tied into that 8/8 portal. So just there's heightened awareness, but I also want you to know it's important this week to be very aware of your surroundings. Okay, that is another intuitive message I'm getting. Be very aware of your surroundings. Okay, I'm not to scare anybody, but just it's important to also take safety precautions like buckling up. And because earlier before the reading, I heard something about button up for safety, and I think it's supposed to be buckle up, but there's something the way it was given button up. So you're keeping something. You know what else could be this week? There's this energy that came in the meditation before the reading too, as far as not letting something slip or like keeping something kind of quiet. So you could be doing that, or something that was kept quiet comes out. But like with the High Priestess, I feel that you already knew this all along, or you're the one hiding in the secret. You're the one you're following your inner voice and your divine truth. And and it leads to, you know, it leads to you being in the spotlight for good reasons, but it also leads to maybe something even being revealed or coming out, but it's not like you necessarily that has to be the one revealing it. For some of you, I've been getting for a while, like you quietly exiting a situation, maybe. Um, and what else do we have? Oh, let's keep going with the tarot. I'm liking this for now. Let's see. Feels right. The other thing I was getting is uh, what it was. Oh, kind of like say less, feel more. So maybe you're kind of doing that. Maybe you're getting more in tune with yourself and kind of keeping it to yourself. So you could be engaging in more meditations and things like that this week. Again, maybe utilizing the full moon and 8/8 portal energy. I know I will be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like seeing you break free from that pattern. This is another. Okay, just said I like seeing you break free from the pattern. And you have the Six of Swords. This is perfect. That's transition. That's moving on, right? That's moving on to something better. That's moving on from, probably a pretty dark period. But just remember, whatever it is going on right now, it's temporary. Almost everything is, right? Even our lives, we could say life is temporary, right? All right, so moving from one phase to the next. Again, for a lot of you, it's leveling up though. And you have the Eight of Coins. Some of you are perfecting your craft. This is hard work, right? This is not just things happening on their own. This is diligence. This is also relating to high standards and passion. Okay, so you could also be getting some sort of good news regarding work, regarding those pentacles. Someone, again, maybe noticing your work a bit more. Maybe you're revealing something as far as your work. And you have the 10 of Cups, and that might be a good idea this week. But that could be what you're trying to decide, So you have the 10 of Cups, and it's everything you want. There's the rainbow in the background, see, and then the flowers, even, all rainbows. This is happiness. It's feeling content, and that's again the part of the Star card and part of the Sun card. And even the Three of Cups. I mean, these are cards that are celebratory energy. And, this is even family support or love, it's some kind of dream come true, some sort of fulfillment. And for some of us, it's not going to be family related, but it could be good news regarding something to do with family too. I just heard we're having a baby. So someone could be announcing that they're having a baby, or you might be birthing a new idea or project. So those are some other things coming in. Now, let's go into feelings a little bit, feelings and relationships. We'll use the Faith Over Feelings deck by the Reckoning Company. You have some people won't be able to love the way you wanted them to. So they won't be able to love you the way you wanted them to. This is about compassion, creating understanding. That's so Strength card energy, and we are very well into Leo season. Yeah, so you may have had to cut ties with someone. And then there's sometimes people don't realize how hard you were riding for them until you park. So still get out of the car anyway. Okay, so they don't, okay, yeah, so maybe you want to read that again. So sometimes people don't realize how hard you were riding for them until you park. So still get out of the car anyway. So you made it this far for somebody, and maybe even if they're not appreciating it, I mean, the advice could be, just to keep your own conscience clear, like you did the right thing, follow through with something if you said you were going to do it, even if, they're not. That's what that's saying. I don't necessarily agree or disagree. It's not about what I think. This is your card and your reading. So, and then we go through heartache so that we learn to quit looking to our feelings before our faith. So again, it's kind of that nightmare card, Nine of Swords energy, where maybe we need to tune more into like our connection with the divine. Again, embrace the flow of life and attune to the divine rather than always like assessing our feelings. I guess I'm guessing that's what it is. Because that can put us in that Nine of Swords energy, that laying awake at night, engulfed in our feelings and wondering if we did the right thing and playing things over and over from the past or whatever. Oh, I should have, could have, all that. So. So before you judge someone about their anger, first ask them about their pain. So this is another card of being compassionate. It could be, though, it's a general reading. It's for everybody. It can be that you came to this reading and like you need someone else to maybe be more compassionate for you, or towards you. And forgive yourself for the relationships and friendships that you settled for when you weren't in your power. Yeah, this is something I think almost everybody I know is working on or has worked on. Let go of they like they say hindsight, and I just saw 2020 on the timer. Hindsight's 2020, right? There was no way you could have known like how that situation would have ended, or how it would have turned out, or how that relationship would have been, or how that person really would have done you over, whatever. You wouldn't have known. How could you have possibly known? So please do let go of that. There's no point carrying that around. And that could be why some of you are in that Nine of Swords energy. So the reason we have these readings is that we try to work through some of this, through the cards and through the clairaudient messages and other clairs that I received. Making it a little more fun now. We have Puzzle Cube. So this is, well, we're not allowed to say the name brand, I guess, on the channel. But anyway, no easy solution here. I'm actually getting sibling stuff too. This doesn't have to be romantic. This can be a sibling stuff that like it's just hard when it's family, right? You have videotape, gathering information. Yeah, some of you are in your Queen of Swords energy. And you have the record album, Reliving the Past. Okay. And that's that Nine of Swords. We have to let go of that. And this is Kiss putting on a show. You or someone else could be putting on a show. You could be pretending you're okay when you're not feeling so great, like wearing a mask in some way. And then we have high tops, walking away. Yeah, so walking away from whatever does not feel right, sit right, smell right, taste right, whatever it is, right? Let's see what we need to surrender to. This will help us to get some good advice here. Surrender. Whoa. Okay, so we have 3 this week. And surrender to the habit of people pleasing, surrender to what is, and surrender resentments. There you go. Forgive yourself. So holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward toward positive situations in your life. We hear we can only meet people where they've met themselves, right? There's no point in even being mad at certain things, right? And it's like, why carry that around? Surrender to what is. We'll read that one last. Surrender to the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everybody else happy. Great advice. And surrender to what is. And then you have the second card here that's saying embrace the flow of life. So flow with what is instead of fighting it. Just like, again, I'm surprised the Strength card didn't come out. So yeah. I'm just going to get a card. Okay, 9 of Coins, actually. It's 9 of Coins. So I just thought maybe if I look, the Strength card will be there. But yeah, okay, so 9 of Coins is, that somebody who's self-starter, self-sufficiency. This is somebody who's made it. They're in their garden. They're very focused too, by the way, because they're able to like train a falcon. And so they're seeing the luxuries and the fruits of their labors. They're getting their rewards. So you are getting some sort of reward this week, but we do need to surrender to a few things, such as when you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting exactly as it is will bring you peace. Just surrendering to what is, not saying you're okay with it, but you're not trying to force it or battle it any longer. You're just choosing not to battle with it, to be entangled, All right, what else do we have? Let's see. Maybe it's career, resource focused. Okay, you have a few cards. You have, I think, 4 now. So we have honest work, renewal, answers, and journey. So honest work. So it's okay to have a job that's not very glamorous. Get some experience to help you move in the future. Success is a process, not a quick fix. Yeah, that makes sense. And then we have renewal. You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. So you're getting something else here about having faith still and really having faith in yourself, all right? And answers. So this is about resolving a current situation soon. I do feel that vibe here. That does feel like it could, especially if it has to do anything to do with justice or you being able to free yourself, move forward. So you could find yourself with unique ways to stand out work-wise, okay? And you could find a new opening as far as job security too. I'm hearing something right now intuitively about, yeah, a set of keys or needing a new badge at work. So maybe needing to do that. And then we have journey. You could move to a new place for work or travel for work. Exploring the world gives you an experience you need to succeed. Having a hard time reading today. Still in the Mercury retrograde, it's been, the readings have been interesting during Mercury retrograde. I will say that. All right, let's get an elemental wisdom card. I think that's what it's called. No, elemental magic. If you enjoy this reading while I'm shuffling, now's a great time to tap that thumbs up for me, like the video, subscribe, become a member, leave a nice comment. I appreciate all of it. And thank you to those of you who do tune in regularly, as well as on my other channel. Ignite your spark. There it is. I was like, strength card. And then here you have ignite your spark. Fire energy. This one wanted to come out too. We'll look at that in a moment. You're made of holy fires and you're the guardian of the divine spark of life. Trust your brilliance is God-given and safe for you to embrace your greatness. You were born to make a positive impact. That is so true. This week, you are igniting the spark. Absolutely. You even had the Page of Wands. I mean, you have the King, Queen of Wands, or actually you have the Queen of Wands. I don't think you have the King, but you have all these other cards. I mean, this is awesome. This is great. This is, again, that nice, fiery, passionate energy. And you have roots of the past, earth energy, to balance it all out. Connect with the threads of the past, for they are your intricate fibers that contribute to the strength and resilience of your being. What made you the star you are is the challenges, right? That's what made you you. So you have nothing to be ashamed of, but much to look forward to with an open mind and heart. And please have compassion for yourself. Please. Okay, let's get an animal message. All the decks I use are in the description box. Aw. Honor your inner worlds, card 13. Play with your imagination. Okay, this one too, apparently. All right. Play with your imagination. Pay attention to your dreams. There's so much waiting to be discovered within you. Yeah, again, like about your honoring your own inner star, inner worlds. So this is, I treasure the beauty of my inner world. Card 13. Little cheetah there. Yeah. And then you have, looks like a little fox sleeping in the den. Be gentle with yourself. Card 12. I am gentle and kind to myself. That's the affirmation. So it's not a time to push. Be kind, be patient, and nourish yourself with loving care. If you have to force it, that's not being in the flow, right? All right, let's see what else we have. Let's see how can we stay high vibing during the week. High vibing, it's kind of our little homework here. And then I'll get crystal cards for each zodiac sign. We'll do galactic angel messages and numbers too. Let's see what we have. High vibing for the week, a little bit of advice. Music, turn on the music you love. Notice the change in your body. There you go. Raise your frequency by literally raise the frequency in the room with music. All right, I'll do the crystal cards after. First, we're going to get galactic angel cards. A few messages for the collective, please. Protect your energy. Untangle from toxic people or situations. That's it. That is, in order to really ignite that spark, we have to untangle. That is such, that's a word that's been coming up lately, entanglement. So we need to untangle our energy and feel that spark of life. And people will come and people will go. Not everyone's meant to be in our lives forever, just long enough to touch our lives and probably to teach us a lesson, maybe. Okay, and this is a card that keeps coming up. Oh my goodness. All right, so you have, I said it before at the very beginning of the reading, you're approaching a fork in the road. Listen to your heart. This will lead you to where you're meant to be. This card keeps coming out over and over. And dance like no one's watching, tied right into that music, right? So find a way to connect with your innocent energy of your soul. And for numbers, you could notice these number synchronicities, maybe look them up, see what they mean to you. But here, let's get Triple sixes, okay? So this is a sign to leave doubt behind, release and heal for greater things to come. Bottom of the deck, you have 2121, a test of your balance this week. So stay the course and remember your worth. And you have 1919, a sign of patience. Patience and hard work make dreams a reality. And crystal cards for everybody. So we'll start this. We're going to start off with Aries, and of course Leo gets 2 cards because it's your birthday. So let's see. Flipping for Aries. Celestite. Seek spiritual connection. Open yourself to divine guidance. That's Aries. Have a great week. Taurus. Jade. Invite prosperity and harmony. Let abundance flow into your life. Gemini. Red Jasper. Find stability and strength. Connect with the earth's energy. That's great for the season. Nice orangey, fiery, right? Cancer. Aventurine. Attract luck and opportunity. Open yourself to growth and change. Cha-ching. Leo, happy birthday. You get 2 cards. Carnelian. Oh, this is so fiery, Leo. Ignite your creativity. Let passion inspire your path. That is so Leo. Couldn't have asked for a better card. And there's the word ignite again. Topaz. Find clarity and focus. Trust your inner wisdom. Totally goes along with this reading. Have a great birthday or happy birthday if you've already had it or will have it, okay? Virgo. Tiger's Eye. So much orange in this. Wow. Although Tiger's Eye is generally not orange, but anyway. Find courage and confidence. Let your strength guide you. So let your strength guide you there, Virgo. Libra. Sodalite. Seek truth and insight. Express yourself with clarity. Thanks for being here. Scorpio. Fluorite. One of my personal favorites. This is fluorite right here. It's rainbow fluorite, all different colors. So find clarity and focus. Let your mind be clear and sharp. Sagittarius. Iolite. Navigate your inner journey. Find your true north. Capricorn. Citrine. Invite abundance and prosperity. Let your spirit shine bright. Aquarius. Azurite. Unlock your intuition. Explore the mysteries of your inner world. And Pisces. Obsidian. Release negativity. Protect your spirit with grounding energy. That is what I have for you. Have a fantabulous week.